Guys, Bitcoin pulled back exactly as I predicted it. And now I'm going to show you what about to happen next and what new trades I'm going to open here today, potentially even live here on the video. Otherwise, I'm going to let you know in the Telegram channel. So if you don't want to miss out on that, guys, then make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and let's go, guys. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this today, Tuesday. Sorry for yesterday, but every day here on this island is the same. Every day is for me Saturday. I miss sometimes which day it actually is because it just feels always the same. We go directly here into the charts. The DXY is retracing as we're expecting it, but we are slightly higher than what I would have liked to be seen yesterday here. But this is absolutely fine because we have some economic data coming out this week that could lead to that we get here a flash crash to the downside really quickly to below 103 points. We're gonna know that by the end of the week, but I'm more focused on what the crypto markets are doing right now because Trump is already backpedaling also a little bit with the tariffs. So we are not in a bad situation right now when it comes to crypto. And you see this also when you go to the Bitcoin ETFs. We did not speak a long time about the ETFs. We have here now already 6 consecutive days with positive inflows. And I think today will be no different, guys. You know, so today will be no different. Today will be another huge inflow days. If we are really lucky, we get today, again, over 1,000 Bitcoin in inflows. We were yesterday close and also the day before pretty close to that. So let's see what's going to happen here. But with the current price of Bitcoin, I reckon that we are getting here a nice inflow in the ETFs again. So also, if you want to trade in a safe and no leverage way, Bitcoin, guys, don't forget to sign up on PIONEX. You still get up to $1,000 just for signing up there and complete some simple tasks. And just to show you guys, so here we are highly profitable on our grid bot. I will show you later on some other coins how you actually can set up the grid bot. But I will do it really, really quickly because I'm gonna make a video where I in detail gonna explain you guys how you actually do that. So I will rush just through it, do it really quickly because I cannot spend here 30 minutes explaining you how to actually do that. So, but we're still absolutely profitable here. Use the link in the pinned comment and in the description below if you want to get all the sign up bonuses and just follow my strategy. You can just click on the link in the description where it says Bitcoin strategy and you just start copying here this setup where you see where we are already making money, and this is with no leverage at all, guys. You know, so only today, I don't know, only today, what did I do only today? I think this is only today, $30. But just to put it in comparison, there are jobs out there where you earn $30 per day after tax, you know, so 30 days in a row, this is $1,000. So this is not bad, guys. You know, this is not bad. And this is absolutely passive. I don't need to do anything, you know. So, and this is just for today. You know, overall, I made here already 330%, and the bot is not running. Yeah, okay, it's slightly running here now, 12 days. So yeah, averaging $30 per day with a $5 investment. You know, $5,000 investment was enough to achieve that. So now imagine I would have put in $20,000. Then you can multiply that by 4. I would make $120 completely passively here per day with the trading bot. So again, guys, use the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Copy the strategy and just make passively money here and earn Bitcoin at the same time. Cannot stress that enough. So now when we go into Bitcoin, we have now a confirmation candle if we close today as it is, that we have broken the downward sloping trend line, and the next target is then here the horizontal level of $89,540. But again, I want to remind you that the stochastic is pretty high here. The RSI is already rolling over. Only the MACD remains slightly bullish here. And that is due to the fact that we are running here now into resistance. Hence why we also get the rejection here yesterday at $88,900 approximately. But on the other hand, we are still above the 200 moving average. That is for me right now one of the key things that I'm looking at, that we are staying above the 200 moving average. And also, you're going to see it here on a lower time frame. We had retested the EMA ribbon here earlier, which is also a really bullish indicator for me on the 12-hourly chart. So, but I still believe that there is a scenario where we come over the next 24 hours here into the EMA ribbon to around $85,600, consolidate a little bit sideways, and then get the next leg to the upside here past $90,000. Why do I believe that? Because we get here soon a sell signal on the stochastic RSI, the RSI going down, the MACD is losing momentum, and we have not completely retested the VPVR down here just yet. So there could be another move to around $84,700 approximately, or how low is that? Yeah, $700 approximately to retest here the VPVR level and then return back to the upside, which would be just the bottom of the EMA ribbon, which is not the worst, guys, you know, so not the worst if that would be happening. And in the meantime, I believe that actually altcoins will hold up still well, you know, so they're gonna do well while Bitcoin pulls back a little bit. Also here, nothing to really worry about. So when we are looking here at ZoomX and my positions, see here, Ethereum still up almost $12,000. Bitcoin has gained here a little bit. We're up here now $4,500, over 100% on both positions here in profit. Again, ZoomX is the best non-KYC exchange out there, guys. If you want to trade on a non-KYC exchange because you're in the US, you're in Canada, you're in India, or whatever country that is restricting you to use Bybit, use ZoomX, guys. Again, we have huge campaigns coming up. You still get sign-up bonuses if you use the link in the pinned comment and in the description below. And there will be also soon a new competition coming out, guys, where I help you again to make insane returns. So make sure that you have a ZoomX account. When we're going into the MDX Algo Scalp Gradients, also here you see exactly what I mentioned yesterday, that I was expecting here a reversal, a small one. We got here a take profit point on the scalp gradients, went here a little bit down, went into the weekly open, got a bounce from there. I believe that this weekly open is going to hold, that we're potentially already reversing here soon to the upside. Again, this can still take 12 to 24 hours to be unfolding, but this would be absolutely fine, you know. So if we get here 3 candles going more or less sideways, you know, and then we get a pump to the upside, absolutely fine with me, absolutely fine. That would be also healthy for the price. I don't want the price heating up too quickly where we get here a massive candle up like this and then come halfway down, then consolidate for like a week and then go slightly up again, you know. So rather I have here a little bit a lower time frame consolidation, a 4-hourly chart, and then a nice move here into higher levels. Again, the gradients have heated up here. We are still in a hot phase. I believe we need to cool down here back into like a purple reddish phase. So basically here kind of this while we are holding the uptrend, and then we get continuation by end of tomorrow, early Thursday. But I actually lean more to early Thursday, guys, where we get proper continuation past $90,000. And I had mentioned that already on the weekend, you know, so on the weekend, that is what I also said there. So here, also on the 4-hourly chart, you see we are fighting with that resistance level of $47,546. The stochastic RSI in 43 minutes will hit the bottom and slightly turn around. The RSI is already bullish here, so expect the next candle potentially to break over that level. But guys, I'm not convinced that we are going straight to $90,000, you know. So what I believe is going to happen is, and that the market says, okay, we broke that crucial resistance level, but we are moving a little bit here along that line for a while, you know, and then the stochastic will do the same, will here along the bottom stay a little bit, you know, kind of like this situation over here, all over again over here. And then we get a move to the upside, and that will coincide with that pump here in direction of 90,000 and potentially even higher than that. So if you're looking for a trading setup, it is not the worst decision to enter here when we're breaking that line, but just have a stop loss here at around $84,600. So, and when you would trade a setup like that, you have to go here for the target of the falling wedge pattern, just that the trade makes sense, you know. So this is almost a free 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio trade here, 9% for Bitcoin to the upside, 3% to the downside. That is a trade worth taking, you know. So you can of course go down here. 1.4, I don't know. So I would then adjust this here a little bit. Yeah, so 1 to 2.11, also still fine here, 4.3% to $91,200 approximately, with a stop loss at $85,600 would be also absolutely fine in my opinion if you want to choose that setup once we're breaking here. Above that, when we're going into the liquidation levels, you see here is not much left anymore. In terms of high leverage liquidity, it basically stops at $89,300. So that is something I could see us moving up here just to take it out and then come back down to the 50 moving average here. That is the 200 moving average, right? Yeah, the 200 moving average. Coming back down there and then slowly go up and take out everything that's above the low $90,000 level. So do I believe that we come down here back to the 50 moving average and below? No, I don't see that happening. While we are breaking now above the 200 moving average, even on the 4-hourly chart, that is more a signal of continuation over the next 12 to 24 hours. So you want to make sure that you position yourself accordingly. So also here, when we're going now here into again, the liquidation heat map, you see the concentrated area down here makes no sense that we're actually going there. So I need to go into a higher time frame to get here levels above us. So you see here $89,340. Again, a level that we were close to, which I just mentioned on the liquidation levels. So it would make sense that we come up here, take that out, then roll over a little bit again before we get another short squeeze here past $90,000 in the coming hours. And if you want to trade altcoins that are exploding at the same time, guys, don't forget on Bybit, you still get $30,000 if you use my link in the pinned comment below. You get a debit card, you get invitations to exclusive events if you hit certain milestones. So Bybit is definitely by far the best exchange out there if you can sign up, and also if you can get the debit card. Again, I was shopping today with my girlfriend. She needed some stuff for her bedroom, like wardrobe shit, you know, not clothes, but like literally wardrobe stuff, you know. So I spent everything with the Bybit card. Works always seamless, no problem. Bought some food with it today, you know. Later I go to a restaurant with her, you know. So just amazing, you know. So I never have any problems with it. Go and check it out with the link in the pinned comment below and the description below. And also, not to forget, if you sign up on Bybit between now and coming Sunday, I'm gonna pick again one or multiple winners of $500. You only need to sign up, deposit $100 for that to be eligible. And I'm gonna pull one or multiple people that might be then eligible to get $500 credited into their Bybit account. So make use of that with the link in the pinned comment and in the description below. The dominance is finally falling down here a little bit. Not really convincing for me yet, but give it another 2-3 days, guys, and you're gonna see here finally a massive drop with acceleration to the downside, and that will lead to massive pumps in the majority of coins, especially coins that I already have given you. But you have to position yourself really quickly. You know, the pump will come at a moment where you don't count on it, and most of the altcoins will go up 8, 10, 15, 20% in the same day. So if you're not positioned, you're gonna miss out on that. So also the total free market cap is close to break $836 billion. If we can get a daily close above that, I expect massive acceleration in the direction of $900 billion. And the next resistance will be then $928 billion. Once we're getting above that, we finally get the new all-time high that we are waiting for. And of course, that will massively pump all altcoins that we have in our portfolio. So now Ethereum also trying to move here again. Same thing like with Bitcoin. We are in 37 minutes hitting the bottom on the stochastic RSI. Will turn around. RSI already bullish. MACD is still bullish. Price action is bullish. So expect at least a test here of $2,176. I would honestly still enter a trade right now to catch that, because that is like a 4% move that you can still catch here. Only, 5% move actually to the upside. And you can potentially let this run even further, all the way up to the target here of the original trade. And that would still result in like 10%, 13%. Yeah, a 13% move here. Still, if you enter now, just make sure that you raise your stop loss a little bit, because otherwise you have a massive stop loss if you still want to get into this trade. So why do I believe that we are going to stop in the short term at $2,176, really easy, because here again, VPVR cluster, the longest bars are there. That will definitely give us a little struggle to break into higher levels. So we have to be aware of that and take a little bit money off the table when we're reaching this level, raise our stop loss, and then we are risk-free for continuation into the final target of that trading setup. Solana is getting closer and closer here to our technical target. We had $142.65 roughly. That makes no sense to enter here anymore. If you want to have a new trade setup, I would enter from here all the way up there. So here, that is a new trade setup. So when we are breaking $144.40, from there, with a 4-hourly candle close, guys, you need a 4-hourly candle above that level. You can enter that trade and trade this into $174 with a stop loss at $136. 1 to 3.6 risk to reward ratio, absolutely fine, guys. To get into that trade, yeah, you would potentially make here then 20.5% to the upside in returns. And I believe that this will happen rather sooner than later, because Solana is here ready in 35 minutes to give us another buy signal on stochastic. RSI already flying. MACD bounced off the signal line with the trend line. So once we're breaking at $144, I believe Solana will start flying to the upside. Also, AVAX, nice break here with continuation to the upside out of that falling wedge pattern. So I hope you were able to enter here at $20.80, as I told you guys yesterday. If you missed that, you have another chance to enter at $22.50. That's where my next entry point is. You will not miss out on a lot of gains here if you do that. So here we are talking still about a 60% move to the upside. Okay, you missed out on 14%, but if there's still 60%, did you really miss anything? You know, not really. And you can trade that with like 4 or 5x leverage, you know. But again, be careful with the stochastic being so high. So I would rather use like 3 or 2x leverage, and later when we turn around, scale it up, you know. So because I'm not a huge fan how this is looking here. On the 4-hourly chart, it looks different, you know. So, but also here, we are still in high territory, which makes it a little bit shaky, guys, you know. So be a little bit careful and don't use too much leverage if you want to get into these trades here. Then Link also just keeps pumping as expected. I see here the potential that we are actually reaching a target of $16.35 before we get a turnaround, or at least getting close, and then around $15.70, 80, basically start consolidate just below that until we tap that with like a bull flag or a small falling wedge, and then continue to go higher here in direction of the 200 moving average on the daily chart. So here, again, it's not too late to enter this trade, but you have to do it quickly, because otherwise it will be too late, guys. You know, it will be too late. You can still catch here like roughly 6% to the upside. But if you watch the video and it is less than 5%, I would not enter this anymore. And your stop loss has to be here at around $15, guys, around $15. A coin that I'm actually looking at entering right now is XRP, at least on the 4-hourly chart. Again, we are bottoming out here. XRP is moving to the upside on the 4-hourly chart. So we could go up all the way to like $2.59, $2.65, something like that in the short term. So why do I believe that? Here's a downward sloping trend line. Break that trend line, and we could get a nice juicy pump into higher levels here pretty soon. So, and that's basically what I'm waiting for. Break that downward sloping trend line, and I'm entering into a long for XRP. And that is also something what I'm going to do now on PIONEX. Let me see here. Spot, grid bot. That's how easy that is to set up a grid bot. Now I have a second one running with $10,000 on XRP. Tomorrow I might going to do one on Ethereum, and I'm also gonna add again that grid strategy into the description, guys. You know, so if you wanna just follow the the strategy without having the headache to understand how the bot actually works, then just sign up on PIONEX, click on the strategy, and you can immediately just copy what I just did here, and where we start to print money in the next coming days. So it's always in the beginning a little bit a minus, which is fine, but give it 3-4 days and this will start to print money. Guys, that's already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more profits tomorrow. Oh, and on Thursday, I will be not here potentially. Just that you know, guys, Thursday, most likely no video. Not sure yet, but most likely. Don't forget.